Hey, what's up people, how are you? So we were working on this app in the previous video and it looks pretty cool right now, but before we begin further, I'm going to show you something pretty cool. So for that we'll have to go to this particular page, and it's the pub.dev site for the Flutter packages. And what I want to show you is this particular package, Google Fonts. So it has been recently released by material.io, and with the help of this particular package, after importing this particular thing in the or adding the dependency for this particular thing, without importing any of the fonts, we can directly use them in our Flutter app like this. So let me show you. So let me open my emulator over here. Yeah, so you can see that the font of this particular text over here, Chat of Thrones, is not the, what we can say is not the by default font. So let me show you how I have used that particular package for, to change the font. Okay, you can see over here I have used first of all I have imported the Google Fonts package, and then I have used it over here like this, and it's pretty simple. And what I can also do is, suppose I want to change the font to, let's say, okay, Pacifico, I guess that's what we pronounce it, and I can directly do that by just changing the font over here. And now when I hot reload, you can see over here it changed, and that also looks pretty cool, right? So yeah, and let me show you once again. Let's see what all different fonts we have got. So I don't even know most of them. So Aladdin, this sounds pretty cool. Yeah, it gives us error. I don't know why. Yeah, it worked, and I'm gonna hot restart. Let's see what is it. Oh man, this is something Prince of Persia-ish. Yeah, this also looks pretty cool, and I'm gonna increase the font size to, let's say, 50. I guess that's gonna be alright. And when I reload, yeah, this looks cool, and this also suits the theme of the app, Chat of Thrones. So we are gonna go ahead with this particular theme for the font, and let's see what all other properties do we have over here. So we have got a bunch of properties, all the properties which we used to get for styling of a text field. We have got them over here, and yeah, let's increase the font letter spacing, or by, let's say, it accepts a double, so I'm gonna give 1 for now, and let's see how does it works for 1. Okay, so it overflowed, so I'm just gonna remove it from here, and it doesn't matter, it looks pretty cool right now also. And there's one more thing I want to show you, and that is I've enabled Flutter Web. So let me show you how does this particular app looks on Flutter app. So you can run on your Chrome browser by simply using this particular command after enabling web for Flutter. And let's wait for a moment, it's taking forever, please complete fast, man. So it's taking a lot of time. So till then, let me show you what all changes I've done in this particular app, and they are that I've given a margin to this particular container so that our chat is not overlapped by this particular these particular icon buttons at the bottom, and I've aligned it to the bottom center, and I have changed the list view dot separated to list view dot builder over here. So that's all the changes I have done, and we are going to make a profile like thing in this particular video. We are going to make a drawer which shows the profile of the user. So this particular device belongs to the faceless man from GOT. So we are going to make this app for the faceless man. We are going to get a drawer which has his picture and his email address and etc etc. So I guess it launched, and let me open Chrome. Yeah, so let's wait for it to open, and yet again it's taking a lot of time. So it launched, and this looks pretty cool, right? And look how responsive it is. As I expand, the size of chats also expand, and as I what we can say, compress the size of the page, the size of the page or the size of our chats also take the size of the page. And this is what this is what is expected from the, like, you can say, web apps, that they should be pretty responsive, right? So I'm gonna close it, and we're gonna go ahead with this particular device on the Chrome, and I'm sorry, on my mobile phone. So I'm gonna close it from here, and I'm gonna run it on my device again with Flutter run. So yeah, so let's So let's begin with the programming part, and this is what we want our app to look like somewhat. And what we want is, whenever we press this button over here, we want a drawer to slide in from the right side. So it's pretty easy to implement it. All we have to use is a drawer, end drawer, which I have already written a little piece of code over here. And this end drawer can take input of a drawer, and this drawer can have a child property which takes input of a list view. Okay, so we have got a drawer, and to get it on our screen, we have to assign it to this button. So that's also pretty simple. What we got to do is we can wrap this stack inside a builder widget like this. Okay, and you'll see a warning under builder widget. So all you have to do is, oh, it's again creating an issue. Yep, it worked. So this builder widget takes input of a builder function, and that returns a widget. Yeah, somewhat like that. It's an anonymous function which this builder property takes input, and we are returning a stack from here. So basically this whole stack of ours is being returned to this builder. So yeah, and now what we can do is, where we have this particular thing, we can directly write scaffold dot off dot show open end drawer. Yeah, that's all. And let's reload it once, or let's restart it once. Okay, so the thing is that we have got a menu over here also, so we'll have to remove it first. Let's check this button if it works. Yeah, yes, you can see that we have got the navigation bar. So we need to remove this thing, and for that what I'm going to do is, in this app bar widget, I'm going to use the action property, and I'm going to give it a container of size nothing. So what it does is it assigns this particular place to this container, so that we don't have a hamburger menu over here. So when I reload, you'll see that it's gone. Yeah, that's what we exactly want. So now let's design our drawer widget. So for that, I'm going to open it, and in the list view you can pass in children, and the first children is going to be a circular avatar, this one, and this will take input of a background image, and background image will take a network image. So let's get a network image of Samuel Talley. So this particular account belongs to Samuel Talley, and we can get it pretty simply like this. Open the image, press copy image address, and all you have to do is paste the string over here. We made a mistake. Copy image address and then paste it over here. Perfect. So I guess it should work. So let's see if it works. Let me open my emulator. Yeah, so the thing is, we have got this thing over here, but it's trying to take the whole space of the whole width of the navigation bar. So for that, what we can do is we can make this particular thing not over here, or it's pretty simple. We can align this thing. When we'll align it to center, the issue will be solved. So alignment then dot center. Yeah, I guess that should work. And now if I reload, yep, it works. So that's all. And one more thing is, I would want to wrap my drawer widget inside a safe area, because you can see over here it's going beyond the status bar. So these are my Wi-Fi and data icons, so I don't want it to go till there. So I can safe area, and now when I reload, this space will be free. Yeah, perfect. And let's now increase the size of this circle avatar. It's pretty simple. It has got a radius property. I'm going to give a radius of 50, I guess, and I'm going to give a padding to it. I'm going to wrap it inside a padding. So padding over here. Yeah, and I'm going to give it a padding on the top. So for that, only top is going to be 20, I guess. So now let's reload. Yeah, that's exactly how we want it. So don't worry about the white color. We'll make it transparent in a moment. So for that, all we have to do is okay, so this drawer basically doesn't have a, what we can say, background property. So for that, we will have to wrap this thing inside the theme widget. So theme, and this theme will take input of a data, that is theme data. So in the theme data, we can apply the background color as transparent. And now if I reload, Okay, that's pretty bad. And let me try canvas color, and I'm gonna give it dot transparent. Yep, we got error. Let me see, what is it? Okay, transparent. Perfect, it should work now. Yeah, so basically the background is gone, and let's see what happens if we comment this thing over here. Okay, that's pretty strange. So let's just move on, and we don't care, we're gonna have the background color also as transparent. So that's exactly what we wanted to have, and this looks pretty nice. And now what we are gonna do is we are gonna add the name and email of Samuel Tally. So that's also pretty simple. So for that I'm going to use a material button, or else we can also use a flat button dot icon, and this will take a on press property. So I'm going to enable it, and icon is going to be icons dot person, and label is going to be, I'm sorry, text and Sam. Yep, I guess this will look good. Let's reload it, and yeah, we have got it over here, but the thing is that it's in black color, so we are not able to see it. So let's give some styling to this thing. Not over here, over here. What's happening, bro? Please work. So text and style, and style is gonna be let's say that we can also give a Google font over here, and let me try the Google fonts dot, and let's see if we have any good one over here. We are gonna go with, okay, so I'm gonna count till 3, and whichever I'm on, I'm gonna select that one. 1, 2, 3. So I'm gonna select this one, and this will have a color property, and I'm gonna give it as colors dot white. Now let's see how does it looks. That looks pretty good, and I quite don't like the font, so I'm gonna change it to what's up, buddy? That's bad. So what we can do is go to Google Fonts and check some out. A good font over here. Not this thing. So let's go to Google Fonts and check some good fonts out. So we can use Roboto. This looks good, and Oswald also look good. So we are gonna go with, I guess, Roboto. So let's go with Roboto. Where is the font over here? So RO. Yeah, we have got Roboto Mono, and now I'm gonna reload it. Yeah, this looks good, and icon color also I'm gonna give as white. Yeah. Okay, so we have an error somewhere. It says we have an error, and where is it? I cannot. Okay, so we have got 2 colons over here. So let's now reload. Yeah, this looks good. So, and we can also tap over it. I don't know if you can see or not, but we are getting a tap. Let me see if we can get a splash color. Splash color is colors dot white 10. So I guess this will make it visible. Yeah, this looks good, right? And now what we are gonna do is we are gonna copy the exact same thing and write it for email. So what's gonna be Samuel Tally's email? So I guess that is gonna be, first let's edit this thing. Do we have anything for email? Yeah, we have something. Samuel at maester.com. So he was a maester, I guess. Or yeah, this looks good. And now what we can do is we can give some space over here. So let's give some space, and then we'll have our columns. So let's give a divider first. So this divider is gonna have a color of colors dot white 54, I guess. And yeah, this looks good. Now let's give some space. So I'm gonna give a sized box and this thing, and it's gonna have a height of let's say around 30. 30 looks pretty good. So what's the issue with this? Okay, we haven't got a comma over here. And let's now add a list. We'll be adding a few list styles over here. Okay, so list style is gonna have a title. So this title for the first one is gonna be, let's say, does it take a text or a widget? It takes a widget, so we'll have to wrap it inside a text widget. So I'm gonna write calls over here, and this list style is gonna have a action, or what we can have over here also is leading will look better, I guess. So leading is gonna be icons dot let's say call, and let's now reload to see what we have got over here. I guess we forgot to change the color. Yep, we did forgot. So yes, let's give them a color. It's gonna be not like that. It's gonna have a style thing, text style. So over here, and then color is gonna be dot white, and leading icon is gonna be white also. So okay, this must look good. Yeah, this looks good, but we are not able to detect a tab, so for that we can use the on tap thing over here, and this is gonna make our tabs visible, I guess. Let's reload. Yeah, this looks good. And or I guess instead of making it like that, one more thing we can do is cut it from here, delete it, and action. Okay, so it's the issue. Do we have a trailing? Yeah, we have a trailing. Trailing will look better, and this is gonna be, yeah, let me try this one. Yeah, this looks much better. Actually, this looks much better, and I'm gonna increase the font size a little bit. So font size is gonna be 20, I guess. Was it? Yeah. So this looks pretty much better. And now what we are gonna add is, we have got calls, we have got the message screen, and what else do we have in a text chat app? So I'm gonna paste it over here. So let's think for a while what else we can have over here. One thing is account settings, so that's for sure we're gonna get that. So what we can give over here is, one of the things is accounts. Account, and it's gonna have the icon of, do we have any account like icon? Okay, so supervisor account, will it work? I have no clue. Let's see. So yeah, this looks good, or we can have something else, I guess, or let's go with this thing, doesn't matter. So next thing is calls account, and then we have media option over here, or let's just give settings, and we can also give a status field. So I'm going to give a let's say calls account media, and media is gonna have a media over here. Don't we have any media over here? I don't know what this per media do. Yeah, this looks cool. Okay, and now what else we can have is media and documents. Let's have documents or status. So I'm gonna go with documents. So this is gonna have, I'm sorry, that's a terrible issue with my typos. So unfortunately we don't have a document icon. So what else we can do? Do we have, no? So let's go with status. I hope that we have a status icon. Okay, so nope, we don't have a status icon too. So do we have a story? Nope. So what have we got? I've status. We can get a photo over here, so this should work, I guess. Yeah, this works. And one more thing we can do is add a settings option. So I'm gonna add a setting. So let's see, do we have a there's nothing much to see. I'm gonna just cut it from here. I'm gonna have a expanded widget over here, and this is gonna take a container. Now after this, I'm gonna paste this thing, and it's gonna be settings. So let's give some settings over here. Let's see how does it looks. Okay, so we have got error, something with the expanded widget for sure. So it didn't work the way I expected it to. So instead I'm going to use a container. So this container is going to have some height. So I'm going to give it a height of, so that we can have a distance. I want to align the settings option at a distance from all of the options. So that's why I'm doing this thing. So container with a height of, let's say, 50. This should work fine, I guess. Yeah, this looks good. And if I give a 100, then it will look even better, I guess. Yeah. And now we have an issue that we'll have to make it a bit opaque. So instead of giving it totally transparent, I'm gonna make this thing black with 38% opacity, and again black with 38%. I'm sorry, 45. I'm gonna make it 38. So, okay. So now let's reload. So this looks much better. Or we can make it 45, I guess. 45. Okay. Yeah, this looks even better. So yeah, our end navigation drawer is ready, and it looks pretty good. So yeah, that's pretty much about this video. So if you liked my video, please like, share and subscribe. So see you people in the next video. Till then, goodbye.